So I want to address the elephant in the room and why this is it. I was wrong yesterday. The East Wing of the White House has been completely demolished at this point, not just the covered pathway. I can see a lot of people are losing their ever-loving minds about it, but at first I was wondering if it was even real, because everything that we see on the internet these days, you have to take with a massive grain of salt, because you never know what is real or what is fake. But first, let me explain. You guys ready for this? Sora 2. I don't know if you guys have heard of it. It's fake AI, just outrage over some of these videos, but it's kind of fueled by ignorance, because a lot of people don't know what's real and what's not anymore when you're looking at things on the internet, right? But my question is, how can you not tell that this is AI? So look, how can you not tell this is AI? Look at this video here. And it's showing people running through Walmarts. It looks like Walmarts, right? And then like they're looting and stealing all the food and just rioting in the aisles kind of thing. But how can you not tell that that's not real? That is AI. But the problem is a lot of people don't realize it, and they are reposting things like this, which are just designed to spark outrage, to make people lose their ever-loving minds, right? Now, Cody Sanchez, I don't know if you guys have heard of her. She's on YouTube. I love her. I think she's great. She posts a lot of, I would say for me, inspirational quotes in a way. And this is what she said. She said, "You and your kid will be dumber and poorer the more TV you watch." I don't know how often you guys watch TV, but with mainstream media and a lot of the programs they're putting out there, I 100% agree with her. So what I would say is subscribe to my channel and watch over here, because you'll laugh and you won't get dumber. At least I hope. I try to bring you guys as much accurate information as humanly possible without the gross undertones that are being pushed by the left and mainstream media on your regular television channels and even your streaming networks, Netflix, Disney, things like that. But this is what's wrong with social media right now, right? There's a lot wrong, but this is one of the things that's wrong with social media right now and society in general. And the downside is that it's only going to get worse, and it's making YouTube worse too. I know you've seen it, scrolling on YouTube, clicking on videos, seeing the shorts. I know you've seen how it seems to just be in the crapper lately. And this video here talks about how YouTube is designed to make YouTubers quit. So there's two different videos. I don't know if you guys can see this or not. Both of these videos are talking about how YouTube is basically trying to get YouTubers to quit. So you have, I'm quitting YouTube, I'm selling the ranch, by Off the Ranch. This was about 8 months ago, but it's a good video. If you guys haven't watched it and you're kind of curious what's going on, I would say give it a view. Same with how YouTube is designed to make YouTubers quit. That one is Enrico Tarati. I can never say this guy's name. But I would suggest giving those a peek if you have an extra minute. That way you can kind of understand what's going on. But then there's the answer to the question that everyone seems to be asking. You've probably asked it yourself at least once. But why is everyone quitting YouTube? There's plenty of videos out there about it. You guys have probably heard of Marquez Brownlee or MKB. I don't remember how his other channel is, MKB something, but he has a video out called On Quitting YouTube. There's another one here from Kells and Jay, Why Everyone is Quitting YouTube. I don't know if you guys have seen either of those videos, but it kind of gives you an idea of exactly what is going on, because the problem is that it's simple. It's simple why everyone is quitting YouTube. We're only at the beginning, right? And the tipping point of this AI madness and nonsense. And that's why a lot of people are quitting. The AI is making it almost impossible for regular old people, hello, me, regular old person, to get shown to anybody on YouTube, to be viewed by YouTube, to be pushed by YouTube, because so many people are I don't even know if more people are interested in the fake, or it's because these algorithms and these platforms are pushing the fake more and more, so that people are fake outrage or more outrage from these fake videos, so that there's a bigger divide between people because of all these fake videos. Like I said, y'all, subscribe, watch my channel. I am a real person. You're not going to get any of that AI bullshit from me. I will keep it real always, whether you love it or you hate it. You're going to get me and everything that comes along with it. I will never, ever feed you guys fake bullshit AI. And when I do show you fake bullshit AI, I go, hey, look, fake bullshit AI, so that you're fully aware. I try to make it so that people know exactly what is going on, and I will never lie to you. ever in life will I lie to you, which you already know, especially if you've ever been here. If you've been here since, A1 since day one, if you've been here as OGs from the beginning of this channel, I do not lie. I am blatantly blunt with stuff, again, whether you like it or not. But AI will lie to you every single day. You know why? Because AI doesn't have morals, AI doesn't have ethics, and AI doesn't give a shit about you. I do. So, off topic, but I'm not saying Gavin Newsom is lying, but he did post this. I want you guys to see this. This is a Gavin Newsom post. Yes, the governor of California posted this, and he says, Donald Trump has done nothing but make America more expensive. Inflation is up. Beef prices are at an all-time high. Coffee prices are up 20.9%. Electricity bills are up 10%. New car prices just eclipsed $50,000 for the first time ever. And healthcare costs are about to triple. And then he's got this picture of breaking news. Inflation edged higher in September as tariffs raise some prices. Now, what Newsom fails to mention is this is all happening in California, where he's the man in charge and could make the changes that could fix all of these things for the citizens of California. And yet he does not. He takes to social media to bitch and moan and whine instead of taking any responsibility for the state of his state. Now, common denominator here, okay? I have seen a lot of positive things when I've been out shopping at grocery stores, getting gas, house prices, literally everywhere. Since President Trump took office in January, I have seen a positive change across the board. I also happen to understand that if prices have gone up on some things, it could legitimately be based off of the tariffs, right? But it could also legitimately be based off of lack of workers in those countries, or because of droughts in those countries, coffee, and other reasons for that. The common denominator when you see people bitching and moaning about what's going on right now is that they are generally speaking blue cities. And it's kind of like, you kind of did it to yourself there, boo-boo. Like, you have the power and ability to make your state great again. And yet you choose to continue to try to push it down into the garbage disposal, Gavin Newsom. Now, another one that I have here shows inflation in September smashes economist expectations. Again, with prices holding steady and wages beating inflation. So look at this. According to this, this looks pretty damn good to me, if you ask me, unless I'm reading it wrong. But I think that this is a good thing, right? Right? Or am I incorrect here? I would say we're correct. President Donald J. Trump's golden age is here to stay, according to the post here. Now, I also want to mention to you guys that according to Social Security that came out, I don't know if you guys have seen this, the cost of living adjustment update. Hello, this is a big deal. Breaking 75 million Americans will get a 2.8% increase in monthly Social Security benefits and SSI payments in 2026. You're getting a 2.8% increase, which is great. However, right now is also open annual enrollment or annual open enrollment for Medicare. For those of you who are on Medicare, you need to make sure that you call and make sure your plan is still safe, because a lot of things are changing in 2026. January 1st, a lot of changes going to affect on a lot of different things. And you don't want to be kind of left in the dark on what's going on. You don't want your prescriptions to no longer be covered. You don't want your health provider to no longer be covered. You don't want your specialist to no longer be covered. A lot of things are changing. So you need to call Medicare, whether it's the Medicare office. If you have your own broker you want to talk to, I always suggest Chapter. I trust them. A lot of y'all trust them. You've given me feedback on how amazing they have been for you. So if you would like to call the people I trust, the phone number is 513-898-3528. They're here in the United States of America. You can trust them to help you with every question you may possibly have. All right. So make sure you give them a call. The open enrollment ends December 7th. You don't want to have to call on December 8th and realize it's a little too late and you're stuck with a plan that is not what you really need next year, right? Now, back to the Democrats. John Fetterman may be the only Democrat who seems to have his head on straight. I know a lot of you agree. A lot of you have said that he might be a Democrat, but he seems to have more of a Republican way of thinking on a lot of things, not everything. But according to this, John Fetterman says, I will never understand how it's controversial to round up and deport criminals. So let me just let you listen to what he had to say, because that makes it a little bit better when you can listen to the words from the man himself.
It's heartbreaking. As a father with 3 children, if someone had done that to one of my children, it's just how devastating. I mean, this is what I'm saying. I will never understand why it's controversial to round up and deport all of the criminals here that are in our nation right now.
I agree.
And I'm proud to just agree that we need to secure our border. I don't know why these other kinds of things. And if they want to, run me out of the party for these kind of views, I mean, that's really it's up to them. But
that says a lot if your party wants to run you out because you believe in keeping the legal citizens of the United States of America safe. Little fucked up if you ask me, but that is the Democrat way of life. Now, speaking of Democrats and immigration enforcement, I have a post here from Congresswoman Sarah Jacobs. So let me just read this. Instead of spending $77 billion over the next 4 years on immigration enforcement, we could pay for universal child care that's free for all families. Which would you pick? Well, personally, I would rather there be safer streets for my children to play on, where they don't have to worry about illegal immigrants doing horrific things to them, as we've seen over the last few years with the rapes, the murders, the all kinds of things of a lot of these women just trying to jog at their college, the nurse, or just trying to get home, or just at a store in general. So listen, to me, they're a bunch of retards. And I say that respectfully, obviously. But your kids would be unsafe if we just let our borders stay open the way they were under the Biden-Harris administration. So now, off topic 100,000%, but a lot of you guys have asked me about my credit score, which probably you're thinking to yourself, Michelle, how do we segue over here? This is how my brain works. Hello, squirrel. The credit score of mine that I destroyed at 18 and continued to destroy until I was in my early 30s. I was in the 4s and 5s for the longest. I now sit at about 810, and I've stayed there for the longest. It's been amazing having a better credit score because it was able to help us get our homes, get our houses, our homes and our cars, the things that, a lot of people want to be able to have. This is what's crazy. 2 illegal immigrants in Phoenix, Arizona, listen, are $420,000 in debt and have no serious plans on paying it off, saying they deserve a new Toyota Tacoma. So this guy, Caleb Hammer, he runs a financial audit for people. He ended the interview after they refused to make any substantial changes. The man works in construction and makes about $6,000 a month. He admitted that he pays little to no taxes. And then this whole video is these 2 trying to say how they deserve to have everything handed to them, basically, that they shouldn't have to pay taxes. They shouldn't have to pay for any of the things that they have. Their current debt is astronomical, and they make money, but they don't want to pay it. The problem here, somehow a lot of illegal immigrants are able to run up these debts and then don't pay them. They just leave or they get deported. And then who takes care of that debt? That's my question. It always has been. What happens to all the debt that is being run up by these people? Do we end up having to kind of cover it over time with our interest rates being raised, or us getting told no on a loan because a bank somewhere got screwed over by somebody they shouldn't have given a loan to? Listen, it's a whole lot going on right now. So these are just random things that y'all need to pay attention to. I'd love to know your thoughts on all of it. So make sure you drop those in the comments section. And like I said before, do not forget to call Chapter during annual open enrollment, 513-898-3528. I love you all immensely, and I'll see you later. Bye.